Nixtamalization, the key word. Let's turn this into nixtamal. We can make tortillas with it, pozole. I even use it for making grits. So this is dried dent corn. Dent corn is field corn. It's not the sweet corn or popcorn. It's different corn. This has a really rough outside layer and the nutrients aren't readily available. This is why we nixtamalize it with some pickling lime. These are 2 pounds, but I will scale down the recipe below and I'll post it, and I got the bad ones out. Let's get going. Of course, you want to rinse your corn really well. However long it takes. It usually has some fluff stuff on it, some dust. So let's get it clean first. So all the sorted and clean and rinsed corn is in. I'm adding the last quart of water and then the pickling lime. Now this stuff is caustic. You do not want to breathe this. You also don't want it on your skin too much. I'm going to stir this up and then we'll bring it to a simmer. You want to do this in a well-ventilated area. Don't breathe it in once it cooks. Okay, so this is the simmer I bring it to. You can see there isn't all that much going on yet. And now I'll keep it on a really low simmer, or you can put it in a slow cooker for 30 minutes. So it really slowly simmered for about 30 minutes now. They're getting a little bigger, but there's no huge difference yet. It's, let's see, 10:16 at night. All I do now is put the lid on and let it sit overnight with the heat turned off. And then tomorrow morning we'll have to get the outside coating off. This is the next morning and there was a magic transformation. It is all swelled up now, and now we need to get a little bit of the outside skin off. So now we'll just gently rub it so that the holes come off like this, and to wash off the lime because we don't want to eat all that lime on it. From the dried kernel to the left to these beautiful plump, they're actually edible now, you can bite through them, they're basically cooked, to these plump ones on the right that are nixtamalized. I will make some masa with these so we can make some tortillas, and the rest I will dehydrate again, even though it was dehydrated, and then I can grind it for grits. So I'll put these on the dehydrator for later use, and I put some in a pot I'm going to cook up and we'll eat it as hominy. It is homemade hominy. After it was thoroughly rinsed and I removed the little floater things, I boiled it pretty hard and it's super soft now. Now in the real world, the germ part, that white piece right here that also has the little black nubble on top, would be removed. I am not having the time to sit there removing these little germs from each corn kernel. We eat it with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's nutritious. It has the oils in it. And you can do with this whatever you like to do with it. You could turn it into masa if you have a cornmeal, or eat it like this, make pozole, chicken, turkey, pork, whatever. It's good. So here's what it looks like. When it comes out of the dehydrator. They're crumbled up. This is yellow corn, so it still has the nice color. And I'm going to turn this into grits. This is a layman's, no longer in production meal for wheat. But I found out I can do my grits with this too. So let me do this. It's loud. Pretty cool, right? I want to finish this up and then show you what it looks like, because there's a difference from these hominy grits to regular store-bought grits. So there, this took no time at all. This little meal is really cool. I got it from a friend and I'm so thankful because I use it a lot. So now let's look what happens. So on the right side here, that is store-bought grits. These are really just, if you buy the regular grits, these are really just big kernels of corn flour. Unless you buy hominy grits, they're different, but they're harder to find. They're okay, but these are really flavorful. I'm putting a shadow here. This is the one we just made. The kernel sizes are different, which gives the grits when they're cooked a really nice texture. Not aside from the taste, because even when you mill this, it already smells so good. And then this is the same grits over here that I sifted, and I would have my corn flour. So for breading something, to fry it, maybe even making cornbread, that would be it. But it takes another step of sifting the bigger ones out. And now it's time for cook. Okay, so the grits are in the pot. It's heating up. I'll do about 50-50 water and milk. I add less liquid at first because I'm always worried they get too runny, because I can always add liquid later on. And these are going to bubble away for a little while. And in the meantime, I'm frying up chanterelles we caught last weekend. They will go really well with the cheesy grits, possibly even an egg on top. While the grits are cooking, I want to show you one big thing in the difference. Now, obviously, there are many health benefits to nixtamalizing. It makes the nutrition in the corn readily available, where in the regular dried corn, just like this, it is not. You say maybe I can just run this through the cornmeal and then make my grits. I can, but it looks different. Well, it tastes a whole lot different, but it also looks different. It's kind of a mess. And it demonstrates what the nixtamalization process actually does to the corn. So let me run these through the mill real quick. So I ran these through. That's the regular grits we seen earlier, and this is ground dried corn. Of course, you can make grits with this, but the taste will be totally off, and there is another problem. Watch that corner. You see, the outer shell, the outer skin, is dried up and it's still in these, which makes it a little unpleasant. It's also a mess because it flies all over. And with the hominy grits, that has been dissolved. It's no longer there. That's why they're better, in my opinion. There, yum. Cheesy grits with chanterelles and egg. And that was it. That's how you turn corn into healthy, really tasty nixtamal to make other things with it.